Okay, the push-up. So the push-up is a deceptively simple looking exercise, but it's actually rather complicated. There are a lot of subtle details that most beginners get wrong. Okay, let's talk about our hand position. So just imagine like I'm doing a push-up now. Okay, so with a push-up, you want your hands to be positioned just slightly wider than your shoulders. Not too wide like this, or not too narrow. Okay, just slightly wider than your shoulders. Okay, now let's talk about doing the push-up. So a very common mistake for most people is you will go this way. Okay, where you flare out your elbows and you just drop your body straight down. Okay, this is not something you want. What you want is you want to keep your elbows close to you. When you do this, it means your back muscles are engaging, your shoulders are in a much more efficient, optimal and safe position to push. Okay, so what I want you to imagine is, while you are in this position, you want to imagine you are trying to corkscrew your hand into the floor. Okay, imagine you are trying to corkscrew your hand into the floor. Okay, and then this will naturally help you engage your back muscles, and then you just proceed with your push-up. Okay, and you want your elbows to be slightly tucked in, roughly 45 degrees this way. Okay, and another thing with push-up is, a common mistake is, most people will round their shoulders forward this way. So you notice how the shoulder is moving forward. This is wrong. Okay, when we are doing a push-up, the shoulder should not be moving. The shoulder should be as stable and stationary as possible. All you want is your body to be moving. Okay, this way. So you don't want your shoulder to move forward like that. So you want to make sure you are sticking your chest out slightly and move this way. Okay, now let's take a look at the push-up. Okay, so still remember what I told you, hands shoulder width apart, slightly wider than your shoulder width. Okay, and now what you want to do is make sure you keep your abs really tight and try to squeeze your glutes as well, your butt muscle. Okay, so squeeze your abs. Imagine you are trying to bring your belly button towards your spine. Okay, and now move your whole body downwards as a unit, like this. Okay, the whole body moves down as a unit. Okay, so a common mistake is you don't keep your abs tight and your push-up will look like this. You will look like you are humping the floor or you are moving like a worm. Okay, so you don't want this to happen. Okay, so if the full push-up is too hard for you, you can try to do a push-up on your knees. Okay, so the same principles apply. Hands slightly wider than your shoulders. Okay, but now your knees will be resting on the floor. But the same principles apply. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your abs. Okay, try to imagine you're tucking in your belly button to your spine. Okay, and make sure your whole body moves down as a unit. Okay, keep your elbows close to your body. Okay, make sure your elbows are not flaring out like this. Okay, so this is wrong. You want to make sure your elbows are close to your body. Corkscrew your head into the floor. Okay, so we will move on to the progression of a normal push-up, which is the Spider-Man push-up, a definitely harder version of the push-up. Okay, so the same thing with your push-up, you want to start with your hands, slightly wider than your shoulders. Okay, corkscrew your hands into the floor, keep your abs tight, squeeze your butt. But the difference is, as you go down, you want to bring your knees out to the side. This way. Okay, and then you alternate to the other leg. Okay. So if possible, try to touch your elbow with your leg. Okay? Just like that.